Good morning. Here we are at Cherry Capital, otherwise known as Traverse City. We're in the Grendo C337 Skymaster 2. I love this aircraft. Still trying to figure out a few of the peculiarities on it, but still making it happen. Let me get my flow going here. Yep. I'm going to turn off these yokes so we can see what in the halibut we're doing. Yep, I know, thank you. There we go. Alright, so getting all kinds of warnings in here. We're going to start bringing up some power. Alternator avionics coming at us. I suppose we'll throw those panel lights on. Alright, so like I said, here we are at Cherry Capital. Today I'm using a different map enhancement, so we'll see how that works out for us. I have some little stutters on things going on earlier, and I wanted to check it. Just going to check these settings real quick. Did a little knob change. And looks like all is good. So right now we're looking at about a 60-mile flight. Heading 040 out of Traverse City. Sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee there. We are zooming in on two windows, and I don't want to do that. And it's going to do it no matter what I do. Okay, fine. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, before we even start things up, we're going to go over here to our nav1. We're going to lock it in 111.8. You'll see the bottom one moving, 111.80. There we go. We're going to put that in place for nav1. Now what that's going to do is that's going to give us a shot off of, I don't know if this will show here or not. I keep saying that and I never go back and check. This VOR here, this is Kpln, right? This is where we're heading out of, Traverse City. There you see us sitting there. We're going to go up to Kpln, but there is an airway here. I'm going to say it's on like course 350, if I'm not mistaken. I got to change my map here to find out. A little different. Up. Yeah, it's 146 out of 350. Or I'm sorry, it's one. I can talk today. We're going to change this. So 146. There we go. We're going to put it in first, okay? We're going to go on a course of 350. And what that means is we're going to watch our CDI here. And when that line comes in, we're going to take off, we're going to head out towards and try to find that 3.5. Once we find it, we're going to get on that VOR and we're going to back course it up towards Kpln, and that's where we're going to go. Alright, so things are looking good here in the cockpit. Looking around. Let's see, can we? Clear prop. We're going to start engine number uno, which would be our front engine here. Nothing out there, nobody in the way, okay. Oh, yeah. Let's, I always get these brakes backwards. And the airplane's going, hey dummy, I need some mixture, so why don't you bring that up and a little bit of this, and let's try that again. Oh, wait, you know what, I need to, I'm sorry. Hopefully I don't, there we go. These are for takeoff and landing. Oh, come on now. Should switch those back. Okay. Hey, look, there's a prop in our view. Let's get it out of our view by getting it spinning. And to life she comes. Alright. I'm going to call up the tower for our ATIS here. And see what we get.
Traverse City Airport information, Mike 1300 Zulu. Wind 186 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 16. Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.03. ILS runway 28 in use. Landing and departing runway 18. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Mike.
Alright, so we have Mike! Alright. We got them spinning here. Front prop is spinning. Gonna leave the back one open. I'm gonna keep those open. That's my cow flaps. You'll be able to see them there. You can kind of see on the back, right yonder, and then right down here. Now, if I go inside and I turn them off, you don't see them moving out here if I flip the switch. Oh, hey. Said the guy who doesn't know what he's talking about. You can see him. Alright, so we're going to keep those cows open while we're on the floor, kind of regulate the engine heat. So we're, what did she say, 2.8? Oh gosh, just like a man, never listening, right? That's what my wife would say. Let's see what she says again.
City Airport
I thought it was
1300 Zulu.
2.8.
Wind 186 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 16. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.03. ILS runway 28 in use. Landing in departing runway 18. VFR aircraft.
Okay, so 2.8 is in use. And we are somewhere here. We're going to go to that. Up. Nope. Yeah, there we go. So that means we're going to have to hang a left. Go all the way down around that stuff. Alright, so yeah. Let's tune our heading bug to 280. Okay, so we're pretty much facing the direction we're going to be taking off, but we're halfway down the runway, which is over there. So that being said, let's go ahead and kick the brakes off, put a little fire in the belly. Okay. The airplane's going, hey, stupid, I thought you said you were taking the brakes off. Alright, we're already getting that reading on the VOR here at Traverse City. We're only 5 miles away from it. So, we should probably make a taxi call.
Traverse City Ground, November, Tree 20 Sierra. Mike request taxi for departure to the north with Mike.
Mike!
November, Tree 20 Sierra, Mike, taxi 2, and hold short of runway 18 using taxiway Charlie. Contact tower
Charlie.
124.2 when ready.
124.2 when ready. Yes, ma'am.
Taxiing hold short runway 18 via taxiway Charlie 0 Sierra Mike.
So we got Mike, and Charlie. Okay, Charlie. Alright, come on. Let's have it. A little bit of boof. You know what? I could probably increase this, which would make that propeller out front a hell of a lot more effective. I'm sorry, a heck of a lot more effective. That's right, I gotta be careful, YouTube kids. Kids, don't say bad words. And don't smoke, don't do drugs. As Mrs. Reagan said in my time, I can't believe I'm old enough to say in my time, but in my youth, just say no. Hey, dude. Yo, you know, plane's got the right of way, yo. What are you thinking? Your buddy coming the other way, he's got me a little nervous too. We're on Charlie, so... Oh, he's gonna let me through. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me pass on Charlie. Hey, you know what? It's okay. Are we following that guy? This Meshuggah? Yeah, we're not cross. She didn't tell us to cross runway 28, so we're not going to go straight. That's runway 28 right over there. So we're going to keep going this way. So unfortunately, the way that Microsoft Flight Simulator does their maps, or their maps for their airports and what have you, they don't do the taxiways correctly. According to the plate that I have, this is actually, what we're on now is Delta. And Charlie would have crossed over runway 28, which she did not give us an instruction to cross 28, so we're just going to keep going. Just making our way down. Just a beautiful Saturday, Michigan morning. in the home of that team up there. Full disclosure, I am not a huge college football fan. I used to be as a kid, but then I grew out of it. Used to be in a lot of sports, but now I'm just into being lazy, drinking beer, and flying my airplane here. So, you know, at least I'm honest about it, you know. Drinking beer and flying my airplane, they're the only vices I have left. Everything else I quit, so I thought that was really right of me. So as you can see down here on the HSI, we're hopefully going the right direction because the heading bug is pointed down the runway. What the runway heading should be, it's actually supposed to be 279, so it'll be closer to that right there, which is behind us, which is fine because we're supposed to be paralleling the runway. Okay, now we're going to come down here just up to our left. We'll slow us down a little bit. Is a run-up pad. That's where we're going to pull off. We're going to start our other engine up. We're going to let it come up, and we're going to do a quick pre-flight check, make sure all the flight surfaces and everything are working the way we want it to. So here's our run-up pads. We're going to pull over here. We're going to be on the other side of those lines, and we're going to do a quick run-up. Our altimeter is set at 3003, as they told us in the ATIS. Parking brakes are on. Everything looks good. Temps and pressures for front engine look good. Let's go ahead and bring up the rear. Actually, before we do that, let's bring this up. Alright, we're going to do a magneto check. What that is when I flip this, right now I'm going to zoom in so you can see it. Sometime today. We're on both magnetos right now. I'm going to turn it down to left, and the RPM should drop 100 or 2. If it doesn't, that means that the left one's not working, which is a very important thing to have in the air. So here we go. We'll watch the RPMs up here. And yep, they dropped. So we're going to put it back up. We're going to go check the right one. So it's dropped again, so it's working. So both magnetos are working in the front engine. Bring it down here to idle. And we're going to go ahead and start the back. Oh, there she comes, coming to life. Exhaust gas temperature coming up. Cylinder head temperature way low right now, so we're going to take it easy. Oil temp is low. We're going to keep an eye on that and let it sit here and idle for a minute. While it's doing that, we're going to step outside the airplane and do a quick flight surface check. Alright. Now, in my RC days, I found an old trick, and you have to make sure you do it right, because if you don't, you might find your stuff is reversed. So first off, we're going to check our ailerons. Whatever side I point the yoke to should go up. So left went up, right went down. That's correct. Right went up, left went down. That's correct. Elevator goes up, elevator goes down. Oh, let's do a little rudder pedal action. Left, right, looks good. Let's check our flaps. Are they actually moving? It's kind of hard to see. Let us zoom in some more. Looks like they're going to me. I love the modeling on this aircraft. Corindo's done a great job, in my humble opinion. So we can see our Fowler flaps are out. Meanwhile, looks like oil temperature's coming up. We're at 1 notch of flaps, which is where I want to be. Alright. Cylinder head temp's starting to come up. Let's do a quick run up on that back engine and see what we get. Sounds good. Let's do a quick mag test. And here we go. And it dropped about 100. Back up. Let it climb back up. And we look good there. Man, my mixture's just going janky. You gotta be real careful when you're checking these, because if you're not, then you have issues. Okay. So now I've heard all kinds of things about how you should... I've read, I should say. I know. I can't read. What are you talking about? Alright, we're looking good. Cylinder head temps are pretty even. Let's go ahead and come out of the run-up area. Parking brakes off. Who'd have ever thunk that it took this much time to actually run up an aircraft? Just digging the jazz in the back, you know. Nice, leisurely Saturday morning flight. Alright, so we're going to slow this thing down. I just want to take off on the taxiway. My name is not Harrison Ford. Sorry, was that much? Yeah, you know. #1 cause of aircraft-related incidents is pilot error. So, you know, hey. Sounds like somebody's coming through the ceiling above me. That could be a kid that I know. Alright, so here we are. And she told us to contact the tower on, what was it? 124.2. Okay, so COM 1, 124.2. Oh, that's one too many. Alright, so now, are we not on 124.2? Yeah. Am I on 205? Oh, I am. You know. Now, we're going to request takeoff.
City Tower,
Takeoff,
November
takeoff.
320 Sierra Mike at runway 18 ready for departure, north departure.
November 320 Sierra Mike altimeter 30.04 wind 1906 at 7. North departure approved. Cleared for takeoff
Okay.
runway 18.
So I am clearly in the wrong spot. Oops. Well, like I said, giving Han Solo shit, and I can't even get in the right spot. I was supposed to be on 18. This is 28. Well, don't tell her. We're probably going to get in trouble.
Sierra Mike, did you copy?
Yeah, copied. Yes, ma'am.
Cleared for takeoff runway 180 Sierra Mike.
Oh, well. I haven't been yelled at for a while, so it's okay. That's why she said take taxiway Charlie, because if I'd have taken taxiway Charlie, it would have been right to the ramp, right from the ramp. Alright, so now we've seen our Kyle's stupid moment of the morning. It's quite alright. Let's get the view settled in here. Yep. Mike! Alright, we're going to bring up the rear. Brakes on. Bringing the rear up. The 25 manifold pressure. We're going to set our RPMs there to 25. We're going to bring the front engine up. I'm going to start the rollout. When we get up to 40, we're going to bring up... no, we're not. We're just going to go. Alright. Got my throttles locked together. Doing a crappy job of keeping it on center line. A little bit too much on the manifold pressure, but here we go. Good Lord Almighty. She wants to cut to the left here. Little right roll to it. Alright, we got positive rate. We're going to go ahead and start a climbing. Oh, crazy stuff. Wow. There's a bus, and I'm diving. Would have helped if I'd have given a little trim for this aircraft. Would have been a good idea. Maybe not that much, but well, we're in the takeoff mode, so. Whoa. Easy on the sticks. Flaps coming up. Alright. Maybe get off the pedals. That might help. Alright, so we are now...
0 Sierra Mike, continue for north departure.
Wow. I think we're missing some texture files or something.
Traverse City Tower, November 320 Sierra
stink.
Mike, continue for north departure.
Oh, look at that. Connection lost. That could be part of the problem. Don't know if we're still getting a stream here or not. Still showing in the green, so we'll see what we get. We're gonna start heading east. Hey, look at that. Successfully connected. And the map looks better. Imagine that. We're gonna head this way until we see that HSI come in. Lets us know we're on that 3-4 course. Then we'll switch over to the other.
Generic 0 Yankee Bravo, exit runway when able. Generic 0 Yankee Bravo, contact ground on 121.8.
She just likes to give orders, I think. Trimming us in here and seeing what we get. There we go. That's
121.8, generic 0 Yankee Bravo. Traverse City Tower, Endeavor 520, 414 miles east inbound.
We need to
ILS runway,
switch. Oh, we're still under Class D
Endeavor
airspace.
5204,
So
Traverse City Tower.
we're still going to be
Altimeter
good.
30.04.
Really kind of disappointed with the
Cleared ILS runway,
map here.
28 approach.
It's really kind of bumming me out. I've never seen it do that. And it's probably going to not work for what I wanted. I made some option
Cleared
changes.
ILS runway, 28 approach, Endeavor 5204.
Maybe I could go out and...
0 Sierra Mike, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay, thank you. Let's go map options. Let's take it off a high load. Okay, maybe that'll fix something. I don't know.
Traverse City Tower, November, tree 20 Sierra, mic frequency change.
I'm a little disappointed in the map. I changed it over to hopefully have a better view, but I didn't realize we were in the movie Pixels. Ah, here comes our VOR. So we're going to start to turn this way to our left. A little better, not coughing in your face. Ah. And we're going to put on heading hold and an altitude hold here at 4,000. And that's what we're going to do. Just looks like that one tile I didn't like. That's okay. So here we are finally, 4,000 feet climbing. I need to change over to center. So
Endeavor 5204, follow the Cessna Skyhawk.
oh, there was a Skyhawk, another Skyhawk? Okay. We don't want flight following, so we're just zooming along here. I think. Or did we freeze? Something has frozen. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, you know what? Some dummy hit a button, that's what. Imagine that. It's entirely possible. Coming up on waypoint skipper. Alright, so we're going to switch over our VORs and we're going to go to course of 219, which is the reciprocal course of what we're doing here. And then we're going to put on VOR mode and let this follow the VOR. In theory, kids. We'll see what happens. We're on nav 1, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're on nav 1 for Kpln. It hasn't picked it up yet. I don't know what's going on there, but it should have.
Minneapolis Center, Endeavor 5204 is missed
that.
approach at Traverse City. Endeavor 5204, you are 1 mile east. Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 approach via Tango Victor Charlie transition. Clear to Tango Victor Charlie.
Okay, well, we're going to have to do it this way for right
Endeavor
now.
5204, climb and maintain 3,500 feet.
Switch back over to the other VOR. And as it shows, we're 14.7 miles out. We're going to get back online here. I'm just testing out some of my autopilot options.
Expect ILS runway 28 approach via Tango Victor Charlie transition. Clear to Tango Victor Charlie, Endeavor 5204.
Okay, you guys are talking entirely too much for what I need. So, and we're not even on flight following. So we're just going to do that and shut them up. Catch back up on this VOR here in just a second. It's going to turn us to the right. I hope. Looks like we're getting a slight turn, so that's about what we want. 40 minutes at 40 miles at 173 knots. That shouldn't take too long. All right, so yeah. Not sure. We'll go up here to the next. Go up a couple of waypoints and see what we get. Beautiful view of the Michigan countryside. I'm still trying to determine if I like this map enhancement better than the default. I think I do, but not certain. Somebody needs to clean my windows. I'm going to talk to the ground chief. Go ahead and close those flaps up, or those cow flaps up. We're doing pretty decent here. Let's see if by chance it hasn't picked it up yet. 111.80 is what we're on here, right? For number. You know what? Let's go to. I'm gonna put it in nav 2 and see if it picks it up. Has not yet. That would be this guy. So we're gonna go. Fine. Alright, so that's a 219. So we'll when it comes to life, we'll start getting a reading here for distance. Okay. It seems like we're on this nav 1 doing pretty decent. Anyways, like I said, beautiful view here. Get these damn menus out of the way. Just zooming along, singing a song side by side. Just up here over that water in front of us, not that water, but that water right there. Looks like a little lake or something. There's a waypoint Adino along this route. I don't know if I can turn those on or not. Let's get in close on this guy. I thought I had him set as like a I guess not. There's a way for me to do it, I just don't remember. I thought it was alternate control and then the number, but it's alternate number. And that's a negative, Ghost Rider. That's not it. Alright, so menu. Nope. Huh. I know if I put that. Oh, hey. We don't want that. Showing an airspace, but we are above it. It's all Class E, right? Yeah, this whole area up here, because there's several little. There's Boyne Mountain, Boyne City, Charlevoix coming up on it would be on the left. Oh, hey, guess what? See this? Nav2 is awake. Alright, so we're 38.4 miles. We're coming in 13 minutes. That's a great time to switch this to Nav2. And now the aircraft is going to fly us until we center up, I hope, on this. Or we're just going in circles. But in the meantime, nav 1, course for nav 1, 219. Screw it. Let's see what we're. Oh, you know what? That was wrong. Actually, I think it was right. The airplane's going, what in the hell are you doing, man? Well, you know, sometimes you just have a day of this. Meanwhile, while the aircraft finds itself, I'm going to go grab a cup of coffee. So, enjoy the view, enjoy the ride, and enjoy the music. So, coffee in hand, heading back down the stairs, waving to Junior, who's waving to me while he eats his breakfast. We'll see if the old 337's gotten you guys back on track. I hope so. I haven't heard any screaming from the back seat, so. Let's see if we're back on track. You know, sometimes you just gotta let good old Bob Otto, the autopilot, get you where you want to be. And it looks like we're headed in the right direction. He's gonna intercept. We're not far out. Alright, gotta have a little Java in the morning. Alright, so we're coming up to Rodo. Like I said, you can see that mess of airspaces there. It's all Class F. And Otto is turning us to the right, so that's awesome. Otto's actually paying attention. I'm not, but Otto is, apparently. Gonna just point us in the right direction. He's got us pointing the right way now. Good old Otto. Always taking care of us. 10 minutes out from the VOR. Once we get a few more miles in, we're going to announce to the tower our position and intentions. If you see out above the dashboard, not the water right on top of it, but go up about, I don't know, a little while. See the bay that comes in on the left-hand side and the water that goes on in. That's just before we get to the controlled flight space for where we're going. If I can get my brain to work here, I'll tell you all about it. Kpln Regional Airport of Emmett County in Kpln, Michigan. Elevation is 721 feet. It's got a 6,500 feet longest runway. Currently the weather is looking pretty good. Wind 120 at 3, so not too hard. We're going to have 2 runways to go with here. Runway 14 and 32, depending, and then 5 and 23. So once we get close, we're going to find out where that's supposed to be, and we'll go from there. And according to my map, we are pretty much just right on target here. Good old Otto's got us back on track. He says, "You stupid human." Now we got traffic out there at our 11 o'clock. I can't see him yet, but he's right there. Not sure what he's doing. Looks like he might have taken off from Harbor Springs over there. So let's go ahead and see if we can get Kpln is, I believe, the control tower. Let's check out the automated weather here.
Kilo Papa Lima November, automated weather observation 1300 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 15C, dew point 10C, altimeter 3002.
Alright, so the wind's calm. We're gonna go
Kilo
back.
Papa Lima November, automated
shush.
weather observation 1300 Zulu.
Select a runway for landing.
Visibility 10.
I think we're gonna go
Sky
runway
conditions
5.
Clear. Temperature 15C, dew point 10C, altimeter 3002.
Kilo Papa, Lima November, traffic November, tree 20 Sierra, Mike 15 miles, south, 4,000 feet inbound to land runway 5.
Alright, so we're gonna need to start dropping some altitude here. We're 15 miles out. Let's get that off the screen. And we're gonna go to our altitude. We're gonna go down to 1,600, 1,700. Start coming down. We want to be at pattern altitude when we get there, as someone has taught me. Coming down into altitude. Oh, come on, bitchin' Betty. Coming down into pattern is bad form. So we want to be at pattern altitude when we get there. So we're going to start our descent now. We got to roll some power out of it because we don't want to power dive and overstress the aircraft, the airframe. Oh, good coffee. Good Lord. That's been a crazy week. Filling in for a friend of mine who's been out sick at work and putting in a lot of hours, which is okay because I'll take the extra money. I have never been mad at money, no matter how hard I try. Oh, yes, good coffee. You know, right over like yonder, over there, somewhere over there underneath Mustang Live 26, is the Mackinac Bridge, which from my understanding is a fairly decent bridge. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find our airport. We're going to do a pass over the airport, and then we're going to we'll be able to see it, I think, if we get back on there. In our pattern, I think we'll be able to see what we're looking for. I believe that's Kpln just off to our 11 o'clock right over here. It looks like it. Yep, that's Kpln right there. Alright, so we're gonna establish pattern. We're coming down still high for the altitude, but we're coming down pretty good. I think we'll be there in time. We're on the upwind leg. So at this point, we want runway 5, which should be a runway heading of well, let's see, let's go. .051 is our course for that. So we're now coming down to pattern altitude. We're going to come off the VOR, go to heading mode, and we're going to go ahead and start establishing pattern. We can see it over there. So we're on upwind right now. What in the heck? Undo that and say next. Alright, we are now holding at pattern slightly above pattern altitude, but that'll be okay. What in the world is going on with my music here? We're gonna go down here because I hate this stuff. Alright, so there's the airport. And we're doing pretty good here. We're still cruising along. Brought our speed back a little bit because we've leveled off, so that's okay. We're going to leave it there. Okay, when we get out over this lake here in front of us, to our left, we're going to turn for crosswind. Alright. Otto, buddy, I'm going to take your aircraft here shortly. Looking around, surveying the situation. Really beautiful up here. This would be a great place to do some lake hopping in a float plane. Maybe in the float beaver. I always like flying beavers. But I don't have a rim shot. Anyway, it's alright. Alright, Otto, it's my plane. Alright, we're going to start the turn over here for the crosswind. Watching that HSI to put our heading bug at 3 o'clock so that we know we are perpendicular to runway heading. That's when we stop our turn. We're going to keep our climb, kill that climb though. Right there, we're going to level it out. Okay, so we're perpendicular to our runway heading. We're going to pass our runway, which we'll be able to look down and see over here. Right now we can't see it because it's right behind that A-pillar. Maybe if I... Nope. It said, nope, yana. As the great Aussie men would say, yana. It's off. There's our runway. I just flipped my map 180 degrees. Not what I was intending to do. Here you can see our runway is right there, but this is the wrong end of the runway. We are on crosswind right now. Zero Sierra Mike on crosswind for Kpln, runway 5, full stop landing. Zero Sierra Mike, Kpln. Here in a minute. So we're looking straight down it right now. That's our runway. We're going to come in from the other end. We're going to go a little bit out here and we're going to make a turn to the left. Always kind of look about the time it gets to this strut here is when we're going to make that turn. We're doing good. We're not really. And right about now we can go ahead and make our turn. We're going to turn until our heading bug is at 6 o'clock, which indicates that we're in the reciprocal course of the runway. Of course, not climbing or falling. It's trying to fall because I'm really putting some turn into it, so I'm giving a little bit of back pressure on the yoke here. Excuse me. .130 knots, looking good. At altitude. Alright, so we're now flying down the reciprocal course of the runway, which should be heading 25, something like that, 23, 23. A little copy. Oh, we're climbing. Oh, kill some power, pull some power out. Oh, now we're trying to go. What is going on? A little bit of love from the wind gods. I'm going to start to descend here in pattern. Yes, I know, shush. See, that's the great part, right? This entire time I've been at pretty much idle power. And my speed is maintained, has not dropped off. We're going to bring it down to about 1300 to make before we make the turn on base. Actually, we'll go 1400. We'll hold it there. Me and this trim don't always get along. We're looking good here. Right about where we want to be. Now we wait till about the strut again, and we're going to make that turn. Go ahead and put the gear down. Kpln 0 Sierra Mike turning base for final, short final, runway 5, Kpln. Again, we're going to turn until we get that heading bug now at 9 o'clock, which gives us that 90-degree reciprocal to the runway. Trying not to lose a bunch of altitude, which I'm doing poorly at. Oop, but that was a quick back at you. And now we're looking for the runway to make our turn. A lot of trees right here make it kind of difficult. I think we might be losing. Yes, we are. We're losing altitude, which we don't want to do. We're going to go ahead and put some flaps out. And oh, we're going to miss the runway. Whoa, 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 whoa. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what's executed as a piss-poor approach by your part-time pilot. Oh, that should have been a missed approach call. Really showing bad. As an old friend of mine used to teach me when we were flying RC aircraft, you can't go wrong with a go-around. Now, I'm on glide slope right now. I'm going to try to get us in here. Boy, good old Rob Sherman over at Slant Alpha would be giving me all kinds of crap about this crappy approach. Alright, so here we go. Pulling the power out. We're on slope, aiming for the dots. Aiming a little hard for the dots. We're going to bring it back and flare us out a little bit and let it settle in. Oh, that was hard. That was a bounce. That's something I've noticed about this airplane. It is very, very crosswind happy. Likes to lift a wing on crosswind. Alright, so we're going to have to go all the way to the end of the runway here for a taxiway. Which is coming up rapidly. And here we are in Kpln Regional of Emmett County in Kpln, Michigan. Airport elevation 721 feet, which looks about right by our altimeter. Kpln Regional 0 Sierra Mike, clear of runway 5. Kpln Regional. And we're going to go down here, we're going to hold here, and we're going to call for announce clear of the runway.
Kilo Papa, Lima November, traffic November, tree 20 Sierra Mike is clear of the runway.
I did that. Okay. So I guess I'm just going to have to go park myself back here. There's no kinds of services because it's not offering me a ground service. No, I think we're just going to go with a single engine roll here. Seems to be a little easier to control. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, hell, I've been wrong all flight. Why not start? Why start now being right? Those buildings right over there, general aviation parking. I think it's a Cessna sitting over there. It's like a Skyhawk. We'll go up to the next taxiway on our left. Make a turn and find a spot to park. Secure the aircraft. Then I gotta go next door and feed Milo for my great neighbors Nick and Megan. A little behind. I gotta let him out to go to the bathroom. New dog. Beautiful golden retriever. Oh, a little break, little break, little break. A little bit of brakes. Hello. How are you guys doing? Where are we going? We're gonna go right there. Next to that Cessna. Alright. So, that being said, we're going to bring those back down. We're going to kill the props, put on the parking brake, and it's another successful flight here to Kpln Regional of Emmett County in Kpln, Michigan. Just south of the Mackinac Bridge, which should be just like that way. We'll save that for next flight, but hey, in case you tuned in, or if you watch later, I don't know why you do either. But thanks for being here, and have yourself a great evening. Keep flying. Enjoy the time you can while you have it. We'll see you next time.